Hey everyone, it's Melody Snowflake, and today we are in the kitchen. We are in a place that's all about food because today we're gonna do something food related. I know I just started this channel back up again after 4 whole years, but I thought why not let's start with a bang. So I'm filming this the same day I did the update video. It's in fact literally right after I filmed and posted the update video. And it is in the evening. It's actually kind of late because I sort of slept in really late and took a really long nap. So it's about time to make dinner. So I'm going to show you guys how this works for me. So as a person who is blind, I am still learning how to cook. It is possible. I haven't mastered the art yet. So what I'm gonna do is there's some food already cooked and it's in the fridge. And what I have to do is put it in the microwave and heat it up. So you might be wondering, how do you do that? Microwaves aren't exactly the most accessible thing in the world, are they? Well, let's look at that. Maybe you'll change your mind. Okay. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around so that you see not my face, but the rest of the kitchen environment. So this is pretty much a view of where I was standing earlier, except I'm not there anymore. And where I was facing was here, which is, you can see a water dispenser. The Fluttershy cup from all those years ago, it's still here. Here is a counter for the kitchen, closets, refrigerators, and there are 2 refrigerators now in this new place that I live. So we're not going to that one, we are going to this one over here. I am gonna try my best not to show any of the things that might be personal that are taped to the fridge. Okay, so I'm just gonna open the refrigerator. There's some things in here, and there's like some eggs. So my family would often leave something in here for me to heat up, and it's always in the same kind of glass bowl with a lid on it. You see this lid? So I know it's mine because it has a lid on it, and it's usually placed on the exact same shelf. So the thing about a person who's blind is it's a lot easier if you know where something is beforehand, because if you move something, we don't know where it's moved to because we can't really see it. So here is a bowl with a lid on it. So I'm gonna walk with this bowl all the way to this table over here. I'm gonna put the bowl on the table. And here is the microwave. So the microwave is pretty straightforward. There are some buttons on the side that you can use to activate it and turn it on and all that. And it can open with a handle on the door. So you just open it. And in the microwave there is a glass plate that you can put stuff onto to heat up. And just next to the microwave, there's some other boxes of food here. Ignore those. You might be wondering how I know this bowl here isn't mine. Partly because there's something on top of it. Usually when my mom leaves something out for me, she doesn't put anything on top of it. She leaves it easy for me to take because she doesn't want, for example, if I for whatever reason miss this box, I might just grab the bowl and the box will fall over. She doesn't want that to happen. So she would normally put a bowl just kind of lying here or sitting here, and I would know that it's not it's not someone else's things. Anyway, next to the microwave is a whole electrical socket. Hang on, let me try and get that in frame. Alright. It's a little tricky with stuff all around it. But this is where the switch is for the microwave. So warning if you don't like loud beeping noises, because there's going to be quite a bit of that, because microwaves make that noise. Okay. If you want to click away or fast forward, here's your chance. For everyone else, I'm going to turn the switch on. So that's the sound of the microwave turning on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this bowl out of the way so I can actually open the door fully. It's a little tricky sometimes when there are other things on the table, but it's okay. Here it is. And I have some eyesight left. I don't have complete blindness, so I can still see that the microwave now has a bit of a light inside, signify that it's on. And also the beep signifies it as well, but there's another visual cue that I can tell just from seeing it, because I can still see light. So here's the bowl, I picked it up, I put it in, I make sure that it's the center, and I make sure the lid is a little bit off, because from experience, leaving the lid on is not a good idea. Also, I apologize if my hair is getting into the microphone. There we go. All right. Don't know if anyone heard that, but here. So I make sure the lid is a little loose, but I don't take it off completely. I close the door. Now, this is the part everyone's probably wondering about, like, how do I activate it? So the thing about these technologies is they don't come with instructions in Braille or anything that a blind person can use to learn how it works. So I actually needed someone to show me beforehand how to operate it. But then once they showed it to me, I basically memorized how it works. So every microwave is different. It won't be the same for your microwave, probably, because this is a different setup. But for mine, there are a bunch of buttons here. And from what I learned, you press this top button to start the activation process. Over here. And I'm going to just zoom in on that. Here it is. Okay, so you press this. And you press the bottommost button. Okay. Oh wow, it's suddenly not working. So sometimes that happens, and for whatever reason it just stopped working. So I usually just turn off the microwave and turn it back on. I would normally cut something like this out of the video, but I think this is a great demonstration, so we're just going to try that again. Right, so topmost button, bottommost button. Right, it works this time. So then I move 2 buttons up. So this here is the timer. So every press of the button is 5 seconds, adds 5 seconds to the microwave time. And after 1 minute, it adds 10 seconds. So I'm going to microwave this for 2 minutes. So actually no, just 1.5 minutes is fine. So that would mean 12 presses plus 3. So 15. It's gonna be a lot of beeps, so you've been warned. Alright, that's 15 beeps. And this bottommost button, I have to press it again to activate it. And now it is microwaving. We're just gonna wait for it. It's gonna take a bit. I'm gonna fast forward in the filming. Also, apologies if you heard another beeping noise. That was the door opening. It should be almost done by now. Apologies for background noises too, because I don't live alone and it might happen at times. That's not the beat we're waiting for. That's a fan. That's someone in the background. Don't worry about that. Okay. So we should be almost ready to take the food out of the microwave. Usually while this is happening... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So that's signifying that it's done. But I can't get it out yet because before I even can do that, before I'm able to eat, I have to get cutlery. And here is the cutlery drawer. As you can see, there's a lot of different cutleries. So you might be wondering how I know what I'm taking. Am I afraid of touching a knife? From experience, touching the blade of a knife very, very gently doesn't hurt you. So I'm not afraid. But usually, my hands are already washed by now. But usually, I can feel the spoon like this. So I know it's a spoon. And there are different kinds of spoons. Right now, I just need a regular one because I'm having rice and curry. And there is a fork. I can also just feel the little base here, and I know it's a fork because they're not as rounded as spoons. So I just take these 2 with me, and I close the drawer, and I close that cupboard, and then I can walk over to the table, place it there, and I can open the microwave. Now, the thing about microwaving stuff is it gets really hot. So I tend to like brush it with like the tip of my finger to see how warm it is. It's a little hot. Sometimes I take out the lid, let some of the heat escape. Ooh, it's hot. Ow, my hand. Alright, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's okay. So here we have the bowl of food. I can try taking it out from the edge, maybe. There it is. Just gonna leave it there. And then I can close the microwave and push it here so I can, actually eat it. And I put my cutlery next to the bowl. And of course I have to turn this off. There we go. Alright. There's one more thing I gotta do before I can eat, and that is to get water. We Saw the water dispenser earlier. This is a lot more convenient than the flask I had back in the day. So you just there are two different buttons here, and this one is for hot because there's like a button to make sure you don't accidentally burn yourself. But I'm gonna get the cold water here, and you can actually turn these on and off too. There are switches at the back, but I won't be able to show them because they're all the way at the back. But anyway, what I like to do, I can feel the weight of the cup to know how full it is. So I put the cup here against the little handle here, make sure it's aligned, and I press it down and it starts filling with water, and I can feel the weight of the cup. Oops, spilled a little bit. That tends to happen, and it's not anything to be ashamed of for some of us, because for those of us who can't really see, because it tends to sometimes we can't really estimate the flow as well as we want it to. But here it is, we have a full cup of water, so I can just carry this to the table and put it next to my bowl. All right, and there we go. I'm a really interesting person because for some reason I just use my left hand for this, and a lot of people use their right hand, but I use my left hand for my cup for whatever reason. And there we have it, a full meal, and I can actually start eating. So yeah, now I have a meal and I am ready to eat whenever I want to, and I should probably do that before it gets cold. So I think I'm gonna end it here. So thank you so much for joining me on this first video ever since I restarted the channel. Well, technically it's the second video since I did post an update one, but still, it's the first one where I actually did anything interesting, I guess, except for just sitting there and talking. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully you realize that it's how it works for someone who is blind to microwave something. Of course, every microwave is different, but as long as we learn how to operate it beforehand, just someone has to show it to us maybe once or twice, and we get the hang of it, and we're able to figure it out from there. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!